5 years ago, I was Vincent's assistant. At meals, I kept him company. When mistakes were made, I took the blame. I drove him after drinks. I was even his sounding board on matters of the heart. 5 years later, I'm still Vincent's assistant. In meetings, I chit-chat. I get in the car to open the door. I answer questions with whatever nonsense I can think of. As a result, everyone in the company assumes I'm his mistress. No one cares how I've actually lived these past 5 years. All they see is this: every morning, when I leave my apartment, I'm the epitome of a polished city woman. But nobody notices that each night when I return home, I look like I've lost my soul. This job would leave capitalists speechless, and slave owners in tears. But now, the tables have turned. That's right, I'm ready to fight back. Actually, I only ever intended to quit. Mr. Vincent, I've decided to resign. This job is completely at odds with my career plans. Think it over before you make a decision. Sir, I'm done. My sleep is all over the place, I'm constantly exhausted, my hormones are a mess. Vincent looked a little embarrassed, but eventually murmured, I know an excellent doctor through my grandfather. I could recommend him to you. Mr. Vincent, I'm done. I'm pregnant. To my knowledge, you don't have a boyfriend. How do you know that? Because you. He paused his work and studied me for a moment. You're sloppy, lazy, unkempt, you don't like makeup, and, frankly, you look disheveled. I am not. When was the last time you washed your hair? Just 2 days ago. But that's not the point. I'm pregnant and need to resign to take care of myself. Whose child are you carrying? To be honest, I don't know him that well. Oh, I see. You're looking for a particularly novel excuse, lovely. Give me a reasonable reason if you want to quit. A reason? He was actually demanding a reason to quit. Reasons were everywhere. Do you remember? Last time, when you drank too much. I had to drag you home. I endured a lot for that. And what did you say to me afterward? That your house has a rule of no guests after 10. It was pouring rain outside. Do you know how I got home? Was it really raining? Vincent looked at me, biting back his words. He stopped arguing. If that's what's upsetting you, I can give you a raise. That's not what I mean, Mr. Vincent. All right. A 30% increase. That's it. You can go now. I left feeling indignant, unaware that he was quietly sighing in relief behind me. As for why Vincent dismissed my resignation request, I had a few theories. A. He likes me. Highly unlikely he treats me no differently than anyone else. B. I'm his lucky charm. Like some sort of good luck talisman for the company. Unlikely as well. I can barely make any money myself, no good fortune there. C. Pure sadism. He wants to keep me here to torment me. Yes. When you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Thus began my grand resignation plan, passive resistance. Let's see how long you can tolerate this. Though it was passive, I maintained some boundaries. My goal was to quit, not to actually get myself fired. But Vincent paid no attention to my antics, and everyone else in the company avoided me like the plague because of it. In real life, I was submissive, but online, I was someone else entirely. I logged into a novel site and continued reading the latest updates of the chronicles of my time with CEO Vincent. A tale of a worker's bitter battle against capital. Did you know? Mr. Vincent got a secretary for his secretary, Susie. I heard Susie's pregnant with Mr. Vincent's child. How did these rumors even start? One day, Vincent introduced Lily to me in his office. This is your assistant, Lily. You can hand over some of your work to her. So you can take it easy here in the office and focus on your pregnancy. He was teasing me for all the wild excuses I'd come up with to quit. But Lily, freshly out of college and new to the professional world, took it seriously and even etched, I must take good care of the boss's wife, into her mind. Miss Susie, let me carry that for you. Miss Susie, be careful not to bump into anything. Miss Susie, you shouldn't be wearing heels, right? No. I can wear them. With everyone watching and rumors flying, I grabbed a stack of files and marched out of the office with ease. Surely, the rumors would die down now, I thought. But then, I overheard someone in the restroom. Did you hear? Susie had a miscarriage. No wonder she's been so subdued lately. I wanted to cry, hearing rumors like this in a bathroom of all places. After gathering myself, I returned to my desk, where I bumped into James, the company's partner and one of Vincent's close friends. With a polite smile, I greeted him. Mr. James, here to see Mr. Vincent? James was kind and humorous, though he rarely got involved in the company's daily affairs. Hello, Susie. And who's this? This is Lily, Mr. Vincent's new assistant. All right then, I'll go on in to see Vincent. With that, he pushed open the door to Vincent's office. Vincent, you've hired a new assistant? Yes. Susie says she wants to resign, so I had to get her an assistant. Her workload is quite heavy, after all. You're that considerate of her? Are you sure you don't have feelings for her? Shoo. Vincent stood up, looking panicked, and clamped a hand over James's mouth. What nonsense are you spouting? You're secretly in love with her, admit it. Me? In love with her? I'd have to be insane. Well, if you're not interested, maybe I'll make a move. Don't joke around. She's been here for 5 years, and I've never seen you interested. Love can spark anytime, even after 5 years. One glance is all it takes. James didn't realize yet how much he'd come to regret this casual remark. Get out if you're just going to chatter. Stop disrupting my work. Late one night, a drowsy James reached for his phone, still half asleep. Vincent. It's 3 a.m. You'd better have a good reason for calling. I think I've lost my mind. What? I might actually have feelings for her. Before James could respond, he heard the line go dead. Listening to the busy signal, James cursed both Vincent and his own big mouth. Mr. James, you're here again, but I might not be around the next time you visit. Lily's expression was bleak, her face drained of color. What's wrong, Lily? Tell me. Maybe I can help. Mr. Vincent's been cheated on. Wait, what? Who cheated on Vincent? Miss Susie said she was taking the afternoon off to go on a date. Oh, a date. That's not exactly cheating. You're not bothered by that? Lily looked confused, wondering, so the boss only cares if the kid's his, not whether his wife is his? No, not really. Don't overthink it. Mr. Vincent won't fire you. Is he in his office? No. He left. He asked me why Miss Susie wasn't in, so I told him she'd taken the afternoon off for a date, and he packed up and left, too. Meanwhile, where are you? We're going on a business trip, I'll come pick you up. Can't Lily go? I have plans. Text me your address now. I'm on my way. After he hung up, I sighed. Staring at the ceiling. Doesn't matter if I have plans or not, he acts like his royal throne's on fire when he calls. When Vincent arrived at the restaurant, storm clouds rolled across the sky, barely matching the darkness on his face. What are you wearing? Was the first thing he said when he saw me. It was for my date, so I'd followed my best friend Anna's advice, an off-the-shoulder white dress, a gold necklace highlighting my collarbones, and even a light curl in my hair. I'm free to wear what I want, Mr. Vincent. It's a fresh look seems your boss and colleagues aren't worth the trouble of dressing up for. Anna was right, men do prefer it when women dress up. How was the date? Did it go well? After a pause, he asked again. Lily, the company's gossip hub and the ender of all privacy, was the only person I'd told I was taking the afternoon off for a date. It was terrible. My grandma set me up with someone completely incompatible. I see, so it didn't go well. Wait a second, what was with that smug satisfaction in his tone? Mr. Vincent, I forgot my wallet. I might end up sleeping on the street tonight. I suddenly remembered switching to a rarely used bag just for the date. Don't worry. I won't let that happen. After a 4-hour drive, we finally arrived at our destination. Vincent led me to a private residence. Mr. Vincent, what a grand estate, I marveled at the luxury of the mansion. It's James's place. I'm not quite that wealthy myself. Well, you two are partners, right? Seems like it's all the same. The initial capital was all James's doing, I didn't have much back then. Oh, I replied thoughtfully. Do you feel sorry for me? Sorry? I should feel sorry for myself with my meager salary, not pity my boss, who lives in luxury. You're so impressive, way out of our league. No need to be modest, leave some room for us mere mortals. You're impressive too. Go on. He struggled to find the words. You're very dedicated to your work? All right, stop, I laughed. The next morning, we got up early to attend the meeting. Mr. Vincent, those dark circles. Didn't sleep well? I thought the project proposal wasn't due until next week. Why the rush to come here? Well, the client is unpredictable, constantly changing their mind. Vincent mumbled. Figures, I thought silently, just like you. After the meeting, Vincent surprisingly decided we could stay a bit longer and explore in the afternoon. Mr. Vincent, with you following me around, this hardly feels like a break. Oh? Then what does it feel like? Like overtime. I was about to tell you that I'd cover any of today's expenses. But if you're not interested. Wait, Mr. Vincent, I apologize for my lack of appreciation. It's an honor to spend time with you as an employee of the company. Let's face it, money could make me do anything. Mr. Vincent, if I may ask boldly, would you pay if I bought a house here? Haha, very funny. If not a house, how about a car? When we got back from the trip, I decided to set the record straight to prevent further misunderstandings. I explained everything to Lily. She was skeptical. No way, you two seem really close, like a married couple. I'm really not pregnant, that was just Mr. Vincent teasing me. You took it seriously. So you and Mr. Vincent aren't a couple? We're really not, we're just a boss and his assistant. Oh. Lily looked a bit disappointed. Then, I looked up to see Mr. James had come by again. He'd been hanging around with Lily a lot lately, whispering about who knows what. Mr. James, you've been visiting quite often recently, I teased. Oh, I'm just trying to help your Mr. Vincent clear up some confusion. I took my water cup and headed to the break room, not wanting to deal with James anymore. As soon as I left, Lily took the chance to ask, Mr. James. Are Mr. Vincent and Miss Susie really not a couple? Miss Susie says it was all my misunderstanding. To my knowledge, they're not, yet. James's answer made Lily realize she'd been wrong about everything. But they must be. That day, when I told Mr. Vincent that Miss Susie was on a date, he got so worked up. And their interactions, if they're not a real couple, then nothing is. Keep your chin up, Lily. Trust your instincts. All right. I'm convinced they'll end up together in the end. Mr. Vincent, are you free for lunch today? My treat. It was a day off, and I sneakily dialed Vincent's number. Am I invited to your wedding banquet? He asked, surprised as he arrived at the address I'd sent, glancing at a wedding welcome sign. Mr. Vincent, this is my ex, Mike, and my former best friend, Amy's, wedding. Vincent quickly pieced together the connections. Susie. You're not inviting me to pretend to be your boyfriend, are you? Of course not. I just heard the food here is pretty good, and thought you might enjoy it, I bluffed. Barely holds up, Vincent commented. It all started 2 weeks ago on a weekend. My day off was supposed to be relaxing, but Anna insisted on dragging me to a class reunion. And, unfortunately, my ex-boyfriend and my former best friend, now her fiancé, were there too. Susie. We're getting married, Amy, the ex-best friend now fiancé, announced tactlessly. This coffee is excellent, I said calmly, taking a sip and ignoring her words. Absolutely, we should come here again, Anna chimed in. Everyone at the table knew our old drama, but as classmates, no one wanted to take sides, so they all kept their heads down. Come to our wedding. And bring your new boyfriend, we haven't met him yet. Are you only interested in Susie's boyfriend? Watch out, or your husband might end up as your ex too, Anna quipped with a fake smile. Are we actually going to her wedding? Anna asked me later. Probably not. I don't have a boyfriend, and if I went, she'd just gloat over her catch. Honestly, let her think she got a prize. Treating him like a treasure when he's really just trash. But aren't we going for our teacher's sake? Show a little pride. Even if we have to rent a male model, we have to put up a front. The bride's mother was our former homeroom teacher. Alright, a male model. This could actually work. You handle the arrangements, you're the expert. No problem. Consider it done. Then, on the wedding day. When I arrived at the banquet hall and saw my boyfriend for the first time, I grabbed Anna, exasperated. Really? You think this guy is going to make me look good? But he's got a great body, six-pack abs, and amazing to touch. So I'm just supposed to walk him around and show off his abs? Get him out of here. Susie, you're here. Come on in. Just then, my former teacher spotted me from the door, catching me completely off guard. I'm waiting for someone. I was desperate, I had no choice but to swallow my pride and call Vincent for help. Susie, you're incredible. Bringing him instead of a model? The bride will be fuming. When did you manage to snag your boss? Anna whispered excitedly. I didn't. I just told him I'd treat him to lunch, I muttered in her ear. So, you're Susie's boyfriend, huh? No wonder she never introduced you to us. Such an amazing boyfriend, of course, she'd want to keep you all to herself, Amy remarked snidely as she came by with a toast. Vincent glanced at me with a knowing look. I know all of Susie's friends, and oddly enough, I've never heard of you. Amy's smile faltered, and she walked away, her face a shade darker. I couldn't thank Vincent enough for that perfectly timed defense. What's with that look of undying love on your face? He asked, sitting down after the newlyweds moved on with their toasts. Nothing less from you. That was brave, assertive, and unforgettable. Aren't you forgetting something? What? Shouldn't you explain why she thought I'm your boyfriend? My vanity got the best of me for a moment. I just wanted to find someone to pretend to be my boyfriend. The thing is, I don't have anyone else around me who's as impressive and good-looking as you. So, naturally, you were my first choice. It was my fault, I'll make it up to you when we get back. Though I found Vincent's smug expression a little irritating, I couldn't deny how dashing he looked when he shut Amy down earlier. Let's all raise a glass together, Anna said in her most sarcastic tone, to honor and bless the bride and groom. May they be tied together forever. Later, after a few too many drinks, I was standing on a chair, boldly speaking my mind as Anna tried to cover my mouth and pull me down, yet my sincere and heartfelt wishes to the newlyweds slipped through her fingers. Mr. Vincent, I'll leave her in your care, Anna said, as Vincent helped me out of the venue. In the car, Vincent suddenly asked, Susie, what are they to you? My enemies? No. You need to think of them as ordinary classmates, barely in-touch friends, just mildly annoying acquaintances with threads you don't bother cutting. Why? Because that way, they won't matter to you. Hatred is a form of intimacy. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. You know, you're like my life coach. I've learned so much from you since joining the company. Oh? Like what? Go on, tell me. Your sneaky tricks? You'd better stop talking. All right. After dropping me off at home, Vincent headed to James's place. Are you telling me Susie took you to her ex's wedding and introduced you as her boyfriend? Yep. Isn't that basically an open invitation? I'd say there's definitely a chance for you too. Really? In my opinion, you should strike while the iron's hot. Go all in. How? With Vincent looking genuinely eager to learn, James rubbed his hands together, ready to share some less than ideal advice. The next morning, Vincent called out, "Lily, send me the minutes from the 18 meeting on the 18th. Ever since Lily arrived, I'd been enjoying a lighter workload as she took over these basic tasks." "Got it, Mr. Vincent, send it over," Lily replied cheerfully. Vincent opened the file labeled 18, and his eyes slowly widened. This wasn't meeting minutes at all, it was a romantic fantasy novel starring Vincent and me. Turns out even the sweetest-looking girls can have their hidden interests. How could I describe Lily's story? If, in real life, Vincent and I had only a professional relationship, in Lily's story, we were practically in a torrid love affair, speeding through emotional twists and turns. "Mr. Vincent, here's your coffee," Lily said, oblivious as she brought him his coffee at the usual time. Vincent clutched his chest and hurriedly closed the scandalous document. "Mr. Vincent, is your chest hurting?" "A bit," Vincent managed, giving a faint, bemused smile. "Mr. Vincent, I know. You must not have rested well, I totally get it." Lily, earnest and utterly oblivious, went on with heartfelt concern. "I'm really fine. Please, just step out for a moment." Vincent pounded his chest a couple of times, trying to regain his composure. "Mr. Vincent, you really shouldn't let things get to you like this. It's bad for your health." "I got it. Just, please go." Who could have riled Mr. Vincent up like that? Lily mumbled to herself as she walked out. "What happened?" I asked, catching her muttering. Mr. Vincent looked so upset, I wonder which clueless person managed to anger him. Vincent was usually so composed, what could possibly make him this angry? Just then, I received 2 messages from Vincent. "Susie, have Lily send me the meeting minutes again. And make sure she double-checks the file before sending it this time. Make sure to create accidental physical contact." James had suggested mysteriously that day. "Are you teaching me how to woo someone or how to become a creep? Then get her a gift." "A gift? That's too sudden. I don't have any relationship with Susie, wouldn't that be weird? That's why it has to seem casual." "Mr. Vincent, what's this?" I asked, eyeing the gift box on my desk. "Oh, it's some chocolates. They were a gift from that wedding we went to for your ex, Mike. I'm not a fan of sweets. So you can have them." In Vincent's mind at this moment, how about that? Romantic, right? Touched, aren't you? Subtle yet meaningful, bringing back memories of our time together. But in my mind, what's his angle? Is he reminding me of something? Oh, right, I did promise I'd make it up to him for taking him to that wedding as my boyfriend. So, at my earliest chance, I picked out a tie for him at the mall, wrapped it up, and handed it over. I thought, okay, here's a gift for him. Now we're even. After receiving the tie, Vincent's thoughts were, she gave me a gift. She cares about me. Later that night, Vincent crawled out of bed, grabbed his phone, and searched, what does it mean when a woman gives a man a tie? Ecstatic with the answer, he immediately started planning his own gift in return. Next search, what's a good gift for a woman? Mr. Vincent, what's this? I asked the next day, eyeing yet another gift. This is from me to you. What for? It's from the company, to recognize your diligent work. Vincent's inner thoughts, you should be happy. I spent ages researching to find the perfect gift. My inner thoughts, diligent? Oh, he's mocking me, isn't he? After all, I did stir up all that trouble trying to quit. Mr. Vincent, I understand. I may have been neglectful at work recently. But I'll change. From now on, I'll be meticulous and hardworking. After all, with Lily taking over some tasks, my workload has lightened, and I have no plans to leave anymore. What are you talking about? Never mind. You can go. How is it that Susie and I keep misunderstanding each other completely? Vincent asked James later, exasperated. I think you're rushing it. You need a breakthrough in your relationship with her. Right now, you're her boss. So of course, you're not on the same page. Didn't you tell me to strike while the iron's hot last time? Vincent was starting to question his strategist. Alright, maybe I misjudged. You need to be her friend first. How do I do that? Get to know her interests. See what she likes. How do I figure that out? Easy. Go check out her social media. Though doubtful. Vincent followed the advice and finally found an account that matched her profile photo and had her pictures. He started saving every photo of hers he hadn't seen before. So many pretty dresses. Why has she never worn these to work? Because, in her eyes, bosses and coworkers don't count as people. Do you know what you look like right now? A creepy stalker. Vincent's expression darkened as he scrolled further and read some of her posts. Vincent had terrible stomach pain and sent me out for medicine. I ran the whole way and nearly got heat stroke. Vincent was drunk, and I took him home, but he coldly said he doesn't allow guests after 10, even though it was pouring rain. How heartless. Today I spilled some coffee, and Vincent had to scold me about it. I'm so fed up. I'm quitting today for sure. I submitted my resignation, but that insufferable man refused. I submitted it again. And he still wouldn't let me go. Finally, Vincent hired someone to share my workload. Finally, a bit of relief. Congratulations to me. What's wrong? What did Susie post? James asked, curious. When Vincent remained silent, James snatched the phone. It's all complaints about you. This is hilarious. As James continued to laugh, Vincent was frozen, utterly stunned. You know. Don't let Vincent's professional and serious exterior fool you, he's actually a wholesome, shy guy. The last time he dated someone was back in high school, James was saying. Ever since Lily started, James seemed to show up even more frequently, always chatting animatedly with her. Really? Lily's eyes sparkled. Tell me more, Mr. James. That was his first love. She had long, dark hair and beautiful big eyes. She's actually a popular social media influencer now. Really? Who is she? Here, James pulled out his phone and found a photo. Alice Swan. She has over 10 million followers on her social media. Back in high school, Vincent even stopped playing sports to help her study. I couldn't listen any longer and took my cup to the break room. Did you see that? She's totally jealous. Of course. We mentioned his first love. Miss Susie has to be jealous. But, Mr. James, is Alice really Mr. Vincent's ex-girlfriend? No, I made it up. She's just one of Vincent's relatives, but she really is an influencer. First love? It's been over a decade, that's so expired, I fumed, scrubbing the floors in irritation once I got home. Yet, soon enough. I couldn't resist looking up pictures of Alice Swan online. Her eyes really were beautiful. After finishing the cleaning, the irritation hadn't subsided. I logged into my social media and posted, "Today I heard about Vincent's first love. I don't think they were well matched at all." One comment caught my eye, "You seem to care an awful lot about him, maybe you like him?" Lying in bed. That comment shattered the peace of the night. I tossed and turned, unable to sleep. It's hard to say I don't like him. After all, he's my age, reasonably good-looking, highly competent, and his calm, graceful demeanor makes him an easy person to admire. I remember once, when a department director questioned me, Vincent stepped in, saying, "Everything Susie does is within the authority I've granted her. If there's any dissatisfaction, feel free to come to me. I'm ultimately responsible for her actions." I remember being utterly taken by him in that moment. But it's been 5 years, and we've stayed in our separate lanes, side by side, never intersecting. Maybe he's never seen me in that way. After all, I'm just an employee. And he's a capitalist. His luxurious life is funded by the hard work of people like me. Maybe his kindness is just to keep us working harder. Growing more irritated, I sat up and angrily replied to the comment, "No, because humans and dogs can't fall in love." One night at the office, a shadow suddenly appeared in front of me. Oh my God! I jumped, startled. It's me. Mr. Vincent? You scared me half to death. The moment I relaxed, I fell slightly into his arms, my head resting against his chest. What are you doing here in the middle of the night? Vincent's voice sounded a bit awkward. Well, my landlord sold the apartment suddenly, and I haven't found a new place yet. So I figured I'd just make do at the office for a few nights. I admitted, feeling a bit embarrassed. After all, here I was freeloading off the company. And I'd just been caught by the company's owner. You can't stay here. I know, Mr. Vincent. I only come back after everyone's left, and I leave before they arrive in the morning. No one knows. I quickly explained. I mean, it's not safe here. I only came back tonight because I had an emergency. What if someone else had shown up? Who else would be as obsessed with work as you, coming back this late? What if it was someone with bad intentions? Come stay at my place. What? No, that's not appropriate. Don't worry. I'm not even staying there. James and I are watching the games at his place this week. You'll find a new apartment soon anyway, it's just for a few days. Well, thank you. The next evening, our department had a team dinner. Here's the usual setup, one of them's bound to get a little tipsy, and then Lily whispered to James. And they both exchanged a mischievous grin. After a few rounds of drinks. What's wrong with you two? Huh? Why aren't you together yet? No progress at all? It wasn't us losing control, it was Lily, fired up. You two should go apply for a marriage license. Right now. Mr. Vincent, ask yourself, aren't you getting a little old to still be single? It's embarrassing. And you, Miss Susie, what's your deal? Can you honestly say you don't like Mr. Vincent? You wouldn't dare say it, and you wouldn't dare admit it either. If you like him, just go for it. What are you waiting for? Can't you rein her in? Vincent said to James with a sigh. Why would I? This is great. Besides, Lily isn't wrong. Looks like you've had a bit much too. Vincent sighed as James finally ushered a tipsy Lily away. I'll take you home. I need to head back to my place to grab a few clothes anyway, since I might have a guest tonight. When we got to Vincent's place, he went to his room to pack. Just then, a well-dressed woman opened the door herself. Wait, isn't that Alice? His first love? And she has the code to his place? Are they together? Who are you? She asked, looking confused. Oh, hi. I'm his secretary, I blurted out, trying to keep any misunderstandings at bay. Secretary? So young? She muttered, suspiciously. Vincent walked out of his room at the sound of our voices. Mr. Vincent, I've finished my tasks for the day. I'll be heading out now, enjoy your evening. I threw him a pleading look, hoping he'd get the hint. Don't be ridiculous, he said with a quick glance at me. Sit down. Alice seemed a little flustered. I thought no one would be here when I arrived, so I asked you for the code. I couldn't make it over earlier, because I was busy all afternoon. So they're in a long-distance relationship? This is for your parents, she said, handing over a package. Make sure they get it. They've already met each other's parents? Don't work too hard, and make sure to take care of yourself, she said with a gentle tone. This is torture. Why am I sitting here, listening to all this? Does your secretary live here too? Alice asked. Yeah, she's also my part-time housekeeper, Vincent replied, completely straight-faced. After a while, Alice Swan finally left. I'll see you, cousin, she said, walking out. As soon as Vincent closed the door, I couldn't hold back my question. Cousin? She's your cousin? Yes. What did you think? Vincent smirked, an amused look in his eyes. What kind of relationship did you imagine we had? How was I supposed to know she was your cousin? She's an attractive, single woman showing up at your place. I thought, well, who knows? There's only one attractive, single woman who shows up at my place. And that's you. So, what's our relationship, then? What would you like it to be? If what I want could define it, then. I replied with a mischievous glint, I'd like to be your father. Susie, are you asking for it? Vincent laughed, moving as if he was about to playfully hit me. I darted away, but my slipper slipped, and I fell flat on the floor. Are you all right? My chin hit the ground. Hold on, I'll get some ice for you. Silly. Vincent returned with ice, gently holding it to my chin. Does it hurt? A little. Feels like it's swelling. Vincent tilted my chin up to check. Yeah, it's a bit swollen. Guess it'll hurt for a few days. You wouldn't have fallen if you hadn't run. Does what you said earlier still count? I asked, feeling a hint of the tension from moments ago returning. Have I ever gone back on my word to you? Then, would you be my boyfriend? I asked. Heart pounding. It was now or never. I'd be honored. Vincent's smile lit up his face, and I couldn't help but throw myself into his arms, kissing his cheek softly. Vincent froze for a second, then took off his glasses with one hand, and with the other, pulled me against the sofa. He leaned down, brushing his lips against mine, gentle, warm, and sweet. His hand moved to my hair, then held the back of my head, deepening the kiss. Ouch! My chin. Vincent quickly released me, his eyes bright with an adult's unrestrained emotions. Can I stay the night? He asked, hesitantly. After 10, guests aren't allowed, Mr. Vincent. That's your rule. And since I'm staying at your place, I'm just following your rules. Ah, sweet revenge. You're not a guest, you're the lady of the house. One man and one woman alone together, it's not proper, especially since we've only just started dating. Don't worry. I wasn't planning to sleep with you. I just wanted to spend more time with you. Vincent hugged me gently, his voice soft. Susie, do you know why I turned you away that night, saying no guests after 10? Why? Because that night, you looked so beautiful. I panicked. I was afraid I'd do something I'd regret, so I made an excuse to send you away. I didn't expect it to start raining. Vincent, if you hadn't been so restrained that night, who knows? We might have ended up together back then. Well, can I stop restraining myself now? No. Oh. Getting drunk isn't so bad. What's bad is going wild while drunk. But even that's manageable. What's truly terrifying is having a well-meaning friend who reminds you of every embarrassing detail the next day. At this very moment, that well-meaning friend, James, was showing Lily a video he recorded from last night. I yelled at Mr. Vincent. See for yourself. Oh no. I'm dead. Lily slumped over the table, burying her head in her arms like an ostrich trying to hide. When James saw Vincent and me arriving at work together, he couldn't resist teasing. Vincent, why didn't you come home last night? You left me all alone to guard the empty house. You heartless man. Where did you spend the night? Work more, gossip less. Vincent didn't indulge him further and headed into his office. Hey. Susie, aren't you staying at Vincent's place now? Do you know where he went last night? Oh, and what happened to your chin? Mr. James, maybe chat more with Lily and gossip less. Their annoyingly perfect synchronization is seriously irritating, James muttered. Oh. I'm back from the dead," Lily said, snapping upright as if she'd had a sudden revelation. "Wait, did you just say Miss Susie is living at Mr. Vincent's place? So, they're living together?" As soon as I walked into the restroom, my phone buzzed with a new message from Vincent: "Let's go home together after work." I smiled and replied, "Got it." Just then, I overheard two people whispering nearby, "Did you hear? Susie and Mr. Vincent are back together." I heard. I even heard they're living together. I saw Susie's chin was bruised, must have been intense. Ah, a reunion after time apart, you know how it is. Same familiar restroom. Same familiar gossip. The only difference? Now they're not just baseless rumors.